This week's flag is Spain. Tenerife is an area of the Canary Islands, which is itself owned by the Kingdom of Spain and is located just west of the North African coastline near Morocco and Western Sahara. And the area has been in the news because they have had a huge protest over the weekend about the impact of mass tourism on the area. It's an area that has a population of 2.2 million inhabitants, and it last year welcomed 13.9 million tourists. That obviously means that a huge amount of people employed in that industry, specifically about 40% of people in the Canary Islands, are directly employed by tourism. So it provides a huge amount of income. However, the big concerns for local people is that these jobs don't pay enough, and as well as not paying enough, local people are affected and priced out of the housing market because of huge international companies and hotels building, buying and renting, whether that's Airbnbs, hotels, and destroying all the environment at the same time. And it's so much so that actually 34% of people who live in the Canary Islands are at risk of poverty and as social exclusion, in that they can't afford the housing and utility bills, and equally cannot afford don't have enough disposable income to be able to take part in social cohesion and community around them. So it's a huge concern, and I've seen you might have seen posts on social media about this, and when you read the comments, it's quite depressing to see how many people mock the local inhabitants for the fact they are rebelling against the system that is enabling them to have a job. But it's because those jobs are not meeting the needs of the local people, and they're doing the jobs because that's the only jobs that are around. But the jobs themselves aren't providing people with enough of a living wage to be able to sustain themselves. So yeah, very controversial sort of news story. Slightly surprising when you see the numbers and how much of the economy is reliant on tourism. But it's really sad to see that mass tourism has destroyed the ecosystem, destroyed the land. It destroys, it increases pollution, and actually destroys the social cohesion of a community because of its influx of short-term tourists who don't necessarily want to invest time and effort in the local communities they visit.